Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever dreamed of buying a piece of land and building a home exactly the way you want it in a brand new community? Well, today we're looking at a new development project near Siliguri that wants to make that dream happen for a lot more people. So let's dive in and see what this is all about.
I mean, just look at this. This is where it all starts, right? The dream. Imagine this being the very first thing you see when you wake up in the morning, that incredible, peaceful landscape with mountains in the distance. It's that perfect escape from all the noise and chaos that so many of us are looking for. It's the ultimate dream, owning a spot with a view that just takes your breath away. But here's the thing. This project isn't just selling you a pretty picture. It's built around a really powerful financial idea. You're going to see these two phrases a lot: land on EMI and 0% interest. Honestly, these are game changers, designed to grab the attention of anyone who thought owning land was just impossible. So how on earth does that work?
All right, first up, let's tackle the biggest promise of this whole thing, making land ownership actually affordable. We're going to break down exactly how they're planning to pull this off.
So the company behind this is Max Zizzle Real Estate, and their big idea isn't just to carve up some land and sell it off. Nope, they're aiming to build an entire planned township from scratch. The goal is to bring together a price that people can actually afford, with all the benefits of living in a community that's been thoughtfully designed from day one. So what does a planned community even mean in this case? What does it actually look like? Let's take a look at the vision for turning these empty plots into a place you'd really want to live. And here we have it, the master plan. You can see this is so much more than just a grid of streets and plots. This is the developer's blueprint for a complete, self-contained community. You can see how everything is laid out, where the homes will go, where the green spaces are, all the amenities. It's a vision for a whole little world. And that vision gets pretty specific when you look at the amenities they're promising. It's not just the basics. You've got places for spiritual life, like temples, and places for family fun, like a children's park. They're really thinking about building a complete lifestyle, right down to the essentials, like 24/7 security, proper tiled roads, and all the utilities you'd expect. It's all part of the plan from the get-go. Of course, in real estate, you know what they say. It's all about location, location, location. So let's get our bearings and figure out exactly where this new township is going up. Okay, so the project is located in a place called Minghara, which is right around the greater Siliguri area in West Bengal. And as you can see from the map, they've picked a spot that kind of gets the best of both worlds. It feels open and spacious, but it's still nice and close to the main city. And this really shows you just how strategic that location is. You're only 4 kilometers from the national highway, which is great for getting around. The Bagdogra Airport is just 6 kilometers away. I mean, that's fantastic for travel. And then you've got both Siliguri City and the Nepal border just 14 kilometers out. So this isn't some remote, isolated development. It's being set up as a really well-connected hub. All right, a cool master plan and a great location are awesome, but is this thing actually getting built? Let's look at the proof. We're going to check out the progress on the ground, where all these plans are starting to become a reality. And yep, you can see for yourself, the work is definitely happening. These pictures show the heavy lifting, the foundational stuff is well underway. You can see the channels for the drainage system being laid out, and over on the right, look at those stacks of pavers just waiting to become roads. This is real, tangible progress. And it's not just the groundwork. Check this out. You can see the foundation and the beginnings of a structure already coming up. This is huge because it shows the project has officially moved from the drawing board to the construction site. It gives you a lot of confidence that this community is really coming to life. Okay, now for the part I'm sure you've all been waiting for. Let's talk money, the financials. How does a person actually buy a piece of this future? Let's break down the numbers. So here it is, the big headline number, 2.5 lakh rupees per Khata, which is a local way of measuring land. This is the starting price, the number they're using to make this whole project feel achievable. And here's how they make that number manageable. They're offering an EMI plan that stands for equated monthly installments spread out over 36 months, so 3 years. But here's the absolute best part. The real kicker? They're saying 0% interest on that balance. That means you're not paying extra fees for financing over those 3 years. That is a huge deal. This table just lays it all out so clearly. Let's just walk through the 3 Khata plot as an example. You start with a small 5% booking amount, then a 20% down payment. After that, the rest of the cost is split up over 36 months, which comes out to a little over 15,000 rupees a month.
And as you can see, the table gives you that same easy-to-follow breakdown for the bigger 4 and 5 Khata plots too. It makes the whole financial commitment super clear.
And just for total transparency, this is an important detail. The prices we just looked at are for the land itself. The standard fees for registration and all the official paperwork are a separate cost. That's pretty normal for any kind of property deal. You know, the developers have this saying that really captures what they're trying to do. It's all about empowering people, about taking that big dream of owning land and making it feel like something you can actually reach out and grab. It brings us right back to that beautiful view we started with. So if this has sparked your interest at all and you want to find out more, all the contact info for the Max X Zil team is right here. You can just reach out to them directly, and I'm sure they can answer any questions you have. And that really just leaves us with one last thing to think about. We've looked at the vision, the location, the progress on the ground, and the financial side of things. It's a project trying to blend community, nature, and affordability all into one. So the real question is, could this be the place you call home?